Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, TomKat Stitchery. It's Whitney and Jenny here together again. Happy New Year's Eve.
Happy New Year's Eve.
Can you believe it's the last day of 2024?
Do you guys do the thing where you just sit down and you're like, wow, that happened this year? Wow.
Because that's what we've done. That's what we've done.
Yes. So we, in addition to talking about all the global things that have happened, personal things that have happened, I sat down and kind of reviewed the TomKat Stitchery things that have happened this year. So
it's a lot.
It is a lot. And for those of you who are new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed, we would love you to hit that subscribe button.
Absolutely.
We are very close to a goal on subscribers, and we'd love to get over that as soon as we can into 2025. And if you also haven't subscribed to our newsletter, head on over to the website, www.tomkatstitchery.com. And at the homepage, there's a top banner that'll say, sign up for the newsletter here. Mm-hmm. We don't want you to miss a thing coming until next year.
They come out weekly. They're short and sweet. But yeah, we have a lot of like coupon codes that come into those and a lot of good stuff. So
absolutely.
Yeah, you wanna be included on that.
So one of the exciting things that we did this year, while you're at the website, you might notice, is that we updated our website and put some really beautiful pictures on. We have a few freebies over there that you can check out, a couple of ebooks, a free class if you'd like to check out what a TomKat Stitchery class looks like.
Yeah.
And we added 2 classes this year.
We did.
The first one we added was Knit Sewing Essentials.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So Whitney walks you through everything you would love to know about sewing knits but are scared to ask. 3 different machines, different necklines that can really set you up for your whole knit wardrobe if you're a little scared.
Yeah, we go through with a t-shirt, but really the principles, and I talk about it in the class, are the same as you are expanding into dresses and skirts and all sorts of stuff with knit fabric.
Absolutely. And since I've been hanging around, I figure it's time for me to relearn to sew. So we made a class with folks like me in mind. It's Introduction to Garment Sewing. Whitney walks you through making 3 garments, a shirt, a skirt, and a dress.
Yep. And
actually the way that we made this class is that I made all the samples, asked all the questions, then she filmed the class and addressed all my questions. So those 2 things are great if you are starting to sew, whether it's way back at the beginning, Introductory to Garment Sewing, if you're branching into knits, another great one, or if you have a friend or a family member who is interested in sewing, we've got gift cards over there too. Gift vouchers, I should say, for either one of those classes. So if there's a birthday or a special occasion coming up in your friend or family member's life that you would love to give them a class, pop on over to the website. Lots of information there.
Yep. And Jenny worked really hard on the website. It looks really, really good. So just go over and give it a quick look and admire just how beautiful it looks, really.
Yeah. But we have worked a lot this year in the sewing room too.
We have.
And I spent some time getting a little bit of a summary, because I always think it is fun to take a step back and say, well, what did we really do this year?
Yeah.
And I've got a grand total, and we've got some of our favorites that we're going to figure out too.
And Gidget
is
going to have a little,
she has something
there we
to say.
go. Okay, there we go. A little sneezy. We're fine. Okay.
So, I'm going to go jump straight into the big number first.
Do it.
All right. If you've been following the channel, and this is me going through with a very one-time pass on it, I totaled up the number of garments that you made for the channel, or items, I should say, you made for the channel. Because this year you branched out a little bit.
Yeah.
So do you want to reveal what that big number is?
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at it here.
Oh, this is the first time she's seen it.
Yeah, I'm just now looking at these numbers. 99, folks. I made 99 things this year.
Yeah.
Does that include stuff for the class?
That doesn't include stuff for the class.
Okay.
99.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That is a lot of sewing. Good thing I love it. Good thing this is my happy place.
It's like 1 garment every 4 days, or 1 item every 4 days. Although that does count the 4 pairs of pajama pants, so we made the kids in about 15 minutes.
Oh, this is true. This is true. Yes.
So there.
Yeah.
I would like to toot my own little horn over here. Guess how many items I made this year?
How many did you make this year, Jenny?
6.
Yay!
So that's one every 2 months. But I feel like that is a good start for me. I am definitely energized and excited.
I mean, when did you start sewing? When was your first one? It wasn't like in January, so you didn't even really get started until like spring, late spring.
I think it was in May was my first
Yeah,
garment.
yeah.
Yeah. And then, you know, lots of other things happen.
Yeah.
But and I have to say the favorite thing I made this year was one of the very first things that I made was the my saddest dress. Fabric came from a friend who brought it back from India for me, and I wore that thing proudly all summer. I just poured coffee on it. It is my favorite. I got so many compliments on it, and I'm excited to make it again this year in a different fabric.
Absolutely, as you should be.
I'm going to.
As you should be. Absolutely wonderful.
So that was my most favorite thing. I'm going to tell you guys, based off the data that I looked at the website, you as the viewers most liked thing. So when you give a thumbs up to a video, that's what I count as the like and most favorite. Do you know what the you're looking at it?
I am. Wait,
she's looking for it.
Yeah, I am.
So it is that Ralph Lauren inspired dress that had the chains, the purple, the red, the white background.
My Distashify dress.
What was the pattern for that?
October, November. It was the Pattern Scout Vivi shirt dress. And that was actually my second go at making that pattern. If you recall, earlier in the summer, I made it from a different Distashify fabric, and it was way too small, and I couldn't even try it on for you guys. So I sized up and made it with the long sleeves, and I really enjoy it. I wore that for Thanksgiving. It's a really good dress.
Now, there was a second dress that it was neck and neck, these two, that was most liked on the YouTube channel. And it was the Itch to Stitch
Major L
dress.
Yes. Yeah, and that happened earlier in the year.
That was a February dress.
Yeah, that was a pattern release of hers. It's a great dress.
Yeah, so go check out both of those dresses. In the description box, we're going to have links to these videos if you happen to miss them this year and you want to go back and review these dresses that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that you're popping a picture here in between.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
The magic of editing.
The magic. The magic. So on the topic of dresses. Okay, I know you already looked at it, but did you see how many dresses you made?
No, I did look at it. 28 dresses. Look at that.
28 dresses. Yeah. Yeah. For the lady who said she wants to wear more dresses.
Hey, that's what, yeah. More dresses and more dresses in the cooler months. And I'm so far, I feel like I'm doing pretty good about making that happen.
Now you told me before we sat down to do this, I kind of quizzed Whitney just at random, and I said, "What was the hardest thing that you sewed this year?" And you told me
I had to think about it, but yeah,
you said it was the Seymour Taylor dress that you sewed for me to wear to the Derby.
Yes,
not because the pattern was hard.
The pattern is actually very easy because I made it for you first in linen. Yes, and a linen rayon blend, I believe, which was very easy. The dress went together super quickly. But we purchased for Jenny in February in Puyallup when we were at the Sew Expo this gorgeous silk charmeuse, absolutely beautiful, and it was a shifty little mistress to work with. I was ready to be done with silk fabric for a while after making that dress, but it turned out really beautifully. And
I was the belle of the Derby in that dress, and I just felt like $1 million. Got a ton of compliments as I walked around in my high-heeled shoes, which I won't do again next year. Lesson learned. There was a lot of steps to be taken. But I looked so good. I did it for you guys.
And that's the Kentucky Derby she's talking about, for those of you not in the U.S., which is a very famous horse race here in the U.S.
That you get dressed up for unreasonably.
Yeah.
So it was a great time. So taking that, okay, so we talked about dresses. Now let's talk about bottoms. Okay. And I lumped pants, shorts, and skirts all into bottoms. Yeah. And you can look at that number now and tell me. I made 20. I made 20 shorts, pants, and skirts. Is that what you thought? That's yeah, I feel like I normally run pretty heavy on bottoms. I don't know why. But that feels about right when you think about skirts and pants and shorts. Yeah. So what was your most worn bottom? 100% the Carla Loungewear pants. I wish it was like
this wonderful pair of tailored trousers. But I'm going to be real honest, just from a health standpoint this year, I have been battling inflammation really badly. And that means a wildly fluctuating waistline for me all year long. It's been a battle on that side of things. And they're just comfortable.
I could attest to it. She has worn them a lot.
Yeah.
In those a lot.
And not just as lounge pants around the house, though, but I actually, not dress them up, but I've been able to wear them also, you know, like with a vest and with, you know, a cute little t-shirt and stuff, sneakers, out and about. They're good travel pants, too.
Now, out of all those bottoms that you made, was there any big surprises that you were like, huh, who knew?
Yes, the Cocoa Bias skirt. So I made the Cocoa... Technically, I think I made the Cocoa in December last year. I think I'm cheating on this one. The video came out in January, but I think I made it. I'm almost positive because I wore it Christmas Eve last year. So I am cheating a little bit. But the Cocoa Bias skirt, I am very pleasantly surprised how much I have worn that skirt and how many different ways I've worn that skirt. I have worn that skirt to bowling matches. I have worn that skirt to the theater, dressed up. I have worn that skirt for casual like meetings that we've had with people. I am shocked how often I pull that skirt out, and it's very comfortable. And
you also mentioned that was a really quick sew.
It was a very quick sew.
And that's where we really leaned into band roll.
Yes,
for the baby hem.
Yes, for the baby hem. That's when I learned that technique and then shared it with you guys.
Yeah, so that is one of those is in my future with a pile of fabric that's in the other room.
Yeah, it's a really good skirt. So yeah.
So the last question I asked you about bottoms is that you've sewn 20.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? I mean, other than the cargo loungewear.
Right.
What is the favorite pair of pants you made?
Actual bottoms. I'm gonna say my Seamwork Noah trousers. Just because they are, I feel like they're me in a pair of pants. The bright, we've called them the vermilion breeches because while they are orange, they're an orange that goes red. So I've dubbed them the vermilion breeches, and they make me happy. They're bright. They're ridiculous. I have a feeling I'm going to be wearing them all winter long just as a bright pop of color because it's a white whale corduroy. I love the welt pockets on the side. I think that those are they're a very recent make, but I think those are my favorite bottoms.
It's okay. That can be, a recent can be fine. So then shifting over to tops, okay? Because you got to wear something with all those bottoms.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that number? You can go ahead and look
35. 35 tops, which, yeah, I think maybe that surprises me just a little bit that I made that many.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think you made a lot of knit tops this year.
I think so too. Well, for the class that that we did, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And I'm thinking about my favorite. One of the tops that you made was the beautiful peacock blue one that I think it was a Love Notions pattern.
Oh,
the cowl.
Yeah, the chorus.
Yeah, that was a great top. What was your favorite?
My favorite was my Precious Fabric Challenge top, my Letter Low. Which is it was a very simple pattern, but it was the fabric. It was my fabric from Italy, and I just feel I get compliments every time I wear it because it's such a wow fabric. Yes, that is my favorite top I've made this year.
And that was a really fun project too because we involved you, the viewers, into that, asking about details, taking votes on what should Whitney make, which fabric should we use, and that was on the Precious Fabric Challenge we did in September. And that was so well received by you guys. We're hoping to do it again. Yeah. So if you
mark your calendars next September.
If you're in your stash and you've got some things that you're thinking precious, set it aside. We're gonna want to see that next September because we're probably gonna work on a prize packs again, and that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. There were some good prize packs that went out.
We had so many people participate from around the world. It was a pleasant surprise.
It was.
It really was.
That was a lot of fun.
So what is this is a sad subject.
Yeah.
I said in overall, like this topic, I said, what was your biggest fail this year? And it happened to be in the tops category.
It was, folks, it was and not because I think I've cut it out again, but it is the Cashmerette, Vernon, and Swanton mashup that I did to recreate the Bowden shirt. And because I was in a rush and did not check the scale on my projector when I printed out or when I projected the Vernon sleeves onto my fabric, I made the sleeves way too small, and I couldn't get my arms in them, which is so sad because the shirt is beautiful. It turned out beautiful. I did a whole tutorial on it, and I have cut it out again with my paper pad. So I know that everything will fit just fine.
So what lesson did we learn? We
learned that we checked the scale of the projector. Even though the scale on the Swanton was on when I projected the second pattern, and to be honest, I've never had to adjust the scale on a pattern before. But you know what? There's always a first time, and that was the lesson learned.
Well, after you've done that, I now, when I print out a PDF pattern on my home printer, I only print out the first page and check it before I print out all 35 pages or whatever it is and tape it together. So I learned a little bit of a lesson there too.
Yeah.
So overall this year, all the garments that you made, what's been your favorite sew the look? Because you always like pop up those little sew the looks like, hey, check it out here.
Yeah.
Ready to wear.
Yeah.
And I know you've recreated some of those. What was your favorite one?
And I'm having fun doing that in shorts too. Make sure you're following along with shorts. But my favorite one is one that you guys just saw, and that is my True Bias Bren, which is a lovely cardigan pattern. I made mine as a top with my Cocoa Bias skirt. I love the monochromatic look. I love how they pair together. I feel really good in that outfit, and it really mirrored the look that I was trying to recreate.
That was a really good one. I liked that one a lot. I like that one a lot. So you also made some other things this year.
I did.
You made some coats. You made some swimsuits.
Yeah.
And you made some bags. And so that kind of rounds out, if you're doing math at home, that rounds out to the 99. That gets us up to. So overall this year, it was a great year for sewing.
Yeah.
We've, I think every one of the sewing machines that I'm looking at right now has gotten a lot of hours put on it. One's actually away right now having a tune-up.
Yes.
And so we're going to jump back in next year.
Yes.
But what's the thing you're most proud of this year?
I have to say it is my Simply Classic Handbags, my Ilia tote that I made, because I don't do a lot of bag sewing, and every time I tell somebody that I made that bag, people are shocked. I made it in leather. It was a kit from Simply Classic. It's my computer bag. I carry it with me everywhere, and people are just shocked every time I say I made it. And it's been a while. You know, that's not something I normally sew with, so that's a lot of fun to have that experience with.
I think the shock detail comes in, or the shock factor comes in, because of all the detail that's on this bag that you put into it, with the rivets and the buckles and the big, heavy, bulky zipper. And then that bag has the water bottle holder in it.
It does.
So it keeps your water bottle standing up. It's a great bag.
It is a really great bag, and it just looks professional. I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations. So we've got a lot planned for coming up here in 2025, but that is 2024 wrapped.
Yeah.
We would love to hear in the comments what your favorite thing was that Whitney made, or maybe the biggest surprise that you're like, oh, I can't believe she's making that out of that fabric. Actually, I'll tell you what mine is.
I know what it is.
It's that Ralph Lauren inspired dress. She showed me that fabric, and I was like, oh, yeah. I did not have the vision, but when she put it on, I was like, yes, 100%. You knew what you were talking about. I'm a fool. So let us know if there's anything like that that pops into your mind into the comments. And in the meantime, have a safe New Year's Eve. And I hope you ring in New Year's with the beautiful bright sunshine and the promise of a new year.
Absolutely. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.